Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Thanks for joining me today. Well, it's Wheel Swap Wednesday again, and on the docket today is this Dodge, or Ram I should say, 1500. Now this thing is incredibly cool, but the brown wheels have to go, alright? All brown plastic wheels. You know, I really wish Mattel would get a clue when it comes to things like this. But anyway, this is a beautiful truck and it comes in many colors, but we're going to go ahead and switch everything out today with Samed wheels, and this thing is going to look absolutely incredible. So go ahead, grab your favorite adult beverage, or if you don't drink, grab a Coke or a coffee or a seltzer or whatever you want, and sit back and relax as we do today's wheel swap. This is going to be a lot of fun and you'll be able to do this at home. Let's go ahead and get started with today's swap. Let's start out by separating the vehicle from the base. Here I'm going to use a 1/16 inch drill bit. Now all I'm doing with this drill bit is pre-drilling the mushroom cap area in order to help release the base from the post a lot easier. Now I put it in a little divot and I drill for approximately 5 seconds. That's just enough to get past the mushroom cap on the inside. And what this is doing is it's removing excess metal around the mushroom cap so it weakens it and it comes off a little bit easier. Now we're going to take a drill with a 9/64 bit. Here we're going to drill very slow, and what you're trying to do here is bite into that mushroom cap so you can wiggle the car back and forth like I'm doing here and take off that round cap that holds it on to the base. It'll take a little bit of practice, but you'll be able to get this. There's the cap off that end. Let's switch it around. Again, drill incredibly slow. It'll bite into that post and take off the little cap holding it on, and there's the ring. This is probably one of the easiest ways I have found to take a car apart without very much effort. As you can see, it came apart incredibly easy.
Someone is being exhumed.
Alright, let's look at what we got here. Here's the base with those plastic brown tires. Like I said, we're definitely going to get rid of those. So let's go ahead and pop those out. We're going to replace those with these beautiful Samed wheels. Samed Wheels has an incredibly large selection of wheels for all your die-cast, hobby, restoration, customization needs. So check out Samed Wheels. Alright, we got a lot of axle here that we have to remove, so let's go ahead and cut these down and get them ready to insert back into the car. Here I take the axle and a set of side snips, cut off approximately the amount I want to. Make sure you have your safety glasses on for this, because if you cut this, that little piece can fly around and bounce off the walls, so make sure you got your safety equipment on. I'm just going to get a rough idea of how much I need to cut off the back axles too, which, you know, was approximately the same amount I cut off the first set. Safety glasses on. There you go. Now we're going to take the fence pliers. Let me zoom out here a little bit. Take these fence pliers, and you can get these anywhere, like at Harbor Freight or Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. Just pinch the end. All you're trying to do is widen the end so the wheel won't come back off. Now sometimes it leaves a very rough edge, You may want to come back in with a file and file down that rough edge so it doesn't cut you. Let's go ahead and put these bad boys in. I got to widen a little track on the outside that holds the wheels. So let me get a flat tip screwdriver. Let's go ahead and flatten or open those up just a little tiny bit. Make sure you don't stab yourself in the finger. Let's get these ones pinched down also. Squeeze them real hard. Get that end flat. There it is. Now again, that little rough edge, file it down so you don't cut yourself. Or if you don't care, leave it alone. But it's better to file it down. That way there you won't cut yourself. Alright, that's one set done. They fit perfect. And here's the second set. Alright. Looking good. Here's the interior. Now if you really want to go out or all out on these things, you can paint the interior. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. You could even muddy up the truck if you wanted to, but that's up to you. Now we have to drill out the post to put the screws in. First thing I do is I get a file and I flatten out the post a little bit just to get the rough burrs off the edge. This will also make it easier during your installation to put these back together. Now let's get the post on the back. This post is incredibly short, so you have to be careful when you go to put your drill here, because you can definitely drill up through the base and into the bed of the truck. There we go. Turn this up so you can see it. Here I'm using a 5/64 bit. This will accommodate the 2-56 screws. Let's drill out the post on the base of the car, the back of the car. Drill slow, because like I said, you don't want to drill through there if you don't have to. Now if you had a bed cover or something like that, then it really doesn't matter because you're not going to see it anyway. Every so often stop, clean off the drill, and then see how far you drilled into the post. Since this post is so incredibly short, like I said, just take your time and check it out every so often, see how far that you've drilled into it. Here I'm going to use my fingernail, and that's how far I have drilled into the post. That's just about enough. If I was to go any farther, I'm liable to drill right through. So now we'll flip it around and we'll drill the post in the front. Now remember, here I'm going to use 2-56 screws. In the front post, since it's longer, I'm going to use the 3/16 inch length. If it's the back post, the real short one, I'm going to use the 1/8 inch length. So that's something to consider when you're ordering screws or buying screws from any of the websites. Two sizes, 1-72 and 2-56. The 1-72 is for the very small thin posts on your older redline cars. The 256- screws are for your newer mainline cars. Here I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in there when I go to tap this out. And here I'm using a 2-56 tap. The tap handle you can get at Second Chance Redline. Check out what Vince has to offer at Second Chance Redlines. Besides the great decals he sells, he's got your restoration parts for your redline cars, and he's got all kinds of cool stuff. So check him out at scredlines.com on the internet. Alright, let's go ahead and try and tap the back post. It's very short, so it may or may not take. That's about it. It's not going to take much more. All right, let's see what we got here. We got the body. That looks good. Here's the interior, of course. Here's the base with those new Samed wheels that look like they went through the mud. Here's the roof, the glass. Let's put it all together and have our reveal.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
And here's what we started with. A Ram 1500 pickup truck with these nasty looking brown plastic wheels. We took the car apart. We showed you how to take it apart, how to drill it out, how to put the screws in, and we also switched it out with some beautiful Samed wheels. This was a lot of fun, and like I said, you guys can do this at home also. Check out what Samed Wheels has to offer. Check out the stuff Second Chance Redlines has to offer, and you'll be able to have fun with your custom vehicles. And watch the videos, subscribe, hit the like button, and as best as I can, I will do a wheel swap video every Wednesday, along with all the other videos I do, like the Four Horsemen and all the other stuff that's going on. So check out my videos, hit the like button, subscribe, and we're going to have a lot of fun together, I promise. Now let's go ahead and see the result of what we did. And here we go. Here's the Ram 1500 with those new beautiful Samed wheels. This was a lot of fun, and it really didn't take much time. Overall, once you figure out how to do this and you develop your own system, it might take 15 to 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. But you can do this to almost any vehicle. You'll have a lot of fun with it. You can paint them up at the same time and change the color. You can go ahead and put mud on these vehicles and make it look like it's all been four-wheeling out there, but it's only up to your imagination. This car, this truck, this was a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, if you have any comments or you want to get a hold of me with any of your questions, just go ahead and leave it in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. But that's what I'm here for, to answer your questions so you can enjoy the hobby as much as I do. Check out my buddy Don at the Diecast Pirate. He does some beautiful restorations, and he's a lot of fun to watch. This video today is brought to you by Samed Wheels. Samed Wheels has a very large variety of wheels and accessories for all your die-cast needs. Check out their website and look at all the different varieties of wheels they have. The hardest decision you'll have to make is which ones you want. Samed Wheels at www.samedwheels.com. Check them out today. I want to thank you for joining me today at Diecast Graveyard. We got a lot more videos coming up. We got all kinds of things going on. So go ahead and click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and click that little bell so you'll be alerted to any future videos that come out. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard. Thank you and cheers.